Hey guys. Sorry, making sure my headphones are on. So I'm guided to do a little bit of reading for you guys tonight. I'm hearing that the collective is closing out things that no longer serve them. Moving on to a new, safe, prosperous place in their life. A true leap of faith. Spirit, if you please join us in this reading. What does the collective need to hear at this time? I ask you to please use me as a channel of only the energy of the highest white light. Thank you, Spirit. Also, I am doing personal readings now, if you guys are interested. The information is in my bio, or you can email 𝐵spiritualsofty@gmail.com. I look forward to working with you guys. What does the collective need to know at this time, Spirit? Yeah, the collective is working on their foundation. A solid, stable foundation in the material realm. This has to do with finance. This is, setting the stage for their empire, I'm hearing. We have the Nine of Pentacles on the back of the deck, so it's setting the stage for a life of abundance to come in, for the collective to reap their harvest. I'm hearing that a needed move is occurring where the collective is currently at. Their abundance cannot fully manifest. It cannot sustain itself at the location the collective is currently at in their life. The collective is outgrown where they're currently at. Yeah, there's an abundance coming in because the collective has fought for their truth, has fought for the truth, has won Spirit's battle, has won the battle of good versus evil on the light side. And this has balanced the scales out. I'm hearing this has put the collective in alignment for their blessings. Yes, Spirit, has sent the collective on a divine mission to serve a role in rebalancing the power dynamic so that Spirit can reallocate the power to the light side. I'm hearing that the dark has held a position of power, has reigned for too long. This was a necessary spiritual battle in order to realign universal forces, and also was used in the collective's lives as a spiritual training, a spiritual learning experience. It's allowed the collective to truly see their power through the divine and reawaken to who they truly are at a soul level, and God's people will inherit the kingdom. That's what's happening right now. Those who are last will be first, and those who are first will be last. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, fortune has turned in the favor of the collective. Mirroring fortune has always been ours. Luck has always been on our side. We just had to reclaim it. We just had to reclaim our worth, our power, to see through the snakes in the grass. Excuse me. To see through the illusions that the devil was placing in our path, and the collective has successfully done that. So the wheel is turning in their favor. This is another reason I'm hearing that the collective must move forward, move to a different place, move locations, in order for their abundance to manifest in the 3D, so that it is protected. And so the collective can truly be in their highest vibrational energy, so that everything that the collective has been manifesting can manifest in its full form to the max. Spirit has heard every single aspect of our plans, our hopes, our desires, and wants to give that to us. Mirroring, we have proved we are worthy of receiving it, and that we are ready to receive it. That we are at the correct spiritual level, have awoke enough and spiritually evolved enough to receive it. Because Spirit would not give us something that we're not ready for. Yeah, back of the deck. We had to get rid of the competition. We had to get rid of those snakes in the grass. That we're feeding off of the collective's good karma. Trying to essentially swap destinies. Take the collective's hard work, their rightfully deserved and earned blessings for themselves. And we woke right up to that. Spirit provided clarity by revealing our enemies. I'm hearing some may have tried to befriend us, mirror who we are as a person, and pretend that they are that. But you can't succeed that way. You can't take the collective's blessings. It doesn't work that way. It's built on a false foundation. It's built on illusion. So I'm hearing that enemies thought they were being very clever, very witty with doing this, but it led them absolutely nowhere, and just accrued them more karma to have to clear. Back of the deck we have the Eight of Wands. So I'm hearing now that we have cleared this out of the way, and our energy is cleansed, our energy is free again, is clear of any influence, any bad influence. We're no longer being drained unknowingly from secret enemies. Things are coming in very, very quickly. That's why this sudden change of events is happening. These sudden changes in our life circumstances are happening. And Spirit is encouraging us to surrender, put all faith and trust in the divine. Let this unfold naturally. I'm hearing to flow as the wind would flow. Take things one day at a time, take things one step at a time, and all will be revealed in perfect timing. I'm hearing that to see this quick energy, this fast energy as a positive, as an exciting time. Know that all will be worked out no matter what. yeah, instead of seeing it as, oh my goodness, I don't have much time, I'm running out of time, I must make snap decisions, or letting it stress us out, using it as momentum to propel us forward. With the Three of Swords, Spirit is quickly moving us away from all this pain, all this heartbreak, all of this trial of the soul I'm hearing, all of these burdens, backstabbing, I'm hearing where the collective is currently at in their current physical circumstances, with the people that are currently in their daily lives. There's not one trustworthy person. It is filled with snakes in the grass. And I'm hearing that this is for a reason. We were meant to, this was meant for our spiritual evolution. We were meant to see this, recognize this, understand we're the only ones that we can trust. We're the only ones who can move ourselves towards success. We have to do this alone. No matter how much we may want to help others, or others may want to help us, or pretend as if they want to help us. All of that was holding the collective back from the progress that they had already made, the work that they had already put in, and the results that the divine was wanting to grant us in our lives. Because essentially, allowing others in our energy in any regard, you know, just saying hello, or how are you, any type of exchange was draining our energy with the type of people we were around, and this was pulling us down. They were trying to get up by pulling us down to their level. And so yeah, we did have to cut things out, cut people out. And it's, you know, that never feels good. But yeah, it was necessary for our peace. It was necessary for our peace of mind, for our relationship with the divine. I'm also hearing that the collective is being encouraged to rest up from all of this betrayal that has happened. protect our energy as we're doing. Meditate. Find comfort in silence and solitude. Yeah, this was necessary for our victory, for our success. So, I'm hearing a healing of the heart too. For having to move away from people who were essentially mimicking people of our past, just in a lesser degree. A more unnoticeable degree. So this shift, this move of location is leaving the collective's entire past behind, all of their karma, because the collective has overcome that. The battle has been won. So essentially, this was to teach us how to fully protect ourselves, and that we don't owe anyone anything, not even an energy exchange. Not even acknowledging them if they are not of our best interest. Yeah, this was essentially the final test to prove to the divine our readiness, that we truly have moved away from our past. We truly have learned the lessons, and that we are ready for this new beginning. We are ready and responsible enough, in the correct state of mind, in the correct spiritual ranking, to receive these blessings. Yep, we showed Spirit that we're ready for this new beginning. We're ready to walk through this door. We're ready to walk through this portal of change, evolution, and that we will do whatever it takes to get there. We don't mind cutting a bee off, or maybe 2 or 3. Yeah, because we're the Empress. We know our power, we know our worth through the divine. We are not going to settle for anything less. Spirit is backing us in this 100% and wants us to feel confident in this shift, in this change. That they will help us find a way no matter what. That the Most important thing I'm hearing, what will allow Spirit to assist us, is stepping out on faith. I'm hearing we have to take the first step, and Spirit will follow, hand in hand with the divine. We work as one, but I'm hearing Spirit's not going to drag us along. Spirit's not going to, or Spirit's not going to push us out the door. We have to make that decision ourselves. We have free will. But once we make this decision, once we make this move, Spirit is backing us fully. And there will be a way made, I'm hearing. Although the path may seem unclear now, it's only because we can't see what is ahead of us. We must follow the light. Follow Spirit's guidance. We have 4 knowing. I'm hearing that we know exactly what's right for us. We know exactly how to embark on this journey. We have done this before, I'm hearing. We've done this many times before. It's nothing new. Nothing new. Action, trust. Advice, express yourself in every way. The pyramid reflects ancient knowledge. Trust in the articulation of your mind. Feel the knowing of your body. Yeah, it's within us. We've already done this before. Trust what comes natural. Trust our instincts. And trust the flow of the universe. Flow with nature, I'm hearing again. Embrace the teachings of the soul. Learning is an act of remembering. I'm hearing we're relearning how to do this. Because yet again we have done this before. We're simply stepping out of that amnesia, practicing the act of remembering through Spirit's guidance. Self-doubt and fear kills inspiration and imagination. Stop comparing yourself to others. You exist in a league of your own. That's connecting to cutting out the competition, cutting out people that were comparing themselves to us. We are incomparable, I'm hearing. It says in a league of our own. Listen for what is known in the cells of the body. Excuse me. Trust the depths of the brain. How do you know what you know? What will you do with your knowledge? Express yourself without reservations. Articulation comes with ease, and your words hit their intended mark. You are understood and respected when you make yourself clear. I'm hearing to have full confidence in ourselves and our knowledge. I'm hearing that was also a test for some of the collective, was how much we won't let others' opinions, beliefs influence ours or sway ours at all, or make us feel as if we can't speak up about ours, or that ours are less significant in any way. That is fully healing for some of the collective childhood wounds. Relates back to childhood and those deeper seated wounds. I'm hearing are the last to finally heal, because they took a bit longer to heal. They were really deeply integrated in our being. It says, you can trust. It says, cats trust what they know. You can trust your inner knowledge. What you know may not make sense logically, but follow your instincts keenly. The choices you make about people and experiences need no apology or explanation. I love that. So, like we were mentioning, we don't owe anyone anything. We can cut people off, we can ghost people, just like that. In an instant. And we don't have to explain it. We don't have to apologize. If we have deemed them unhealthy, unworthy to be in our energy, that is a reflection of the divine within us. That is the divine directing us to do that. Saying they have more work to do, and that is fully okay. No hard feelings. It's just, we're not meant to be in each other's lives, on each other's path. And that's kind of a nice way of looking at it. I know this has been a difficult time and these are snakes, but to look at it in a loving light is how we can look at it. Walk away when your work is done. The battle's over. We're walking away. How do you want your expressions to be honored in the world? I'm hearing the actions the collective takes, the words we speak, hold a lot of power. And the actions and words that we don't take or speak hold a lot of power. I don't quite know how to describe that, but it's like we can literally not say a thing. And people are like, what is going on? What did I do? Like, we must respect that and treat that correctly. Use it in the right way. But I'm hearing the collective does. They know how to do that very well. I'm hearing when people get triggered by that, it proves their lack of growth, their being unfit to be in your life. Because essentially they need you for validation of themselves and many other things. It's an unequally yoked type of connection. How do you want your expressions to be honored in the world? What is your legacy? What do you leave behind for those who will walk in your footsteps? That's cool. That's something to think about with moving to a new location. What kind of impression do you want to leave behind? What kind of legacy? I'm hearing the collective wants to leave a legacy of never sacrificing their power, their authority, their happiness, their respect, their self-worth. Yeah, maintaining their Empress energy, remaining seated on their throne. Never lowering themselves to their enemies. And staying to themselves, staying in their own lane, and that leading them to success. Because only they know the way. Only Spirit knows the way. I'm getting guided to do the romancing angel step. Let's see what we've got here. I'm hearing that the collective is excited to love again. That this has helped to this situation and their enemies being revealed has helped them to gain a new perspective on just how many people in this world truly are corrupt. Because if you're a light worker, it can be very easy to give people the benefit of the doubt, to see people in the same light that you see yourself in, to see people through the Divine's eyes. The Divine sees us all as their children. As loving, as worthy, overlooks, maybe overlooks is the wrong word, but tries to see the light in them before the darkness, tries to see the good in them before the evil, sees that we're all just here growing, we're all just here learning, we're all the same. And while that is a very beautiful interpretation, that's a very high vibrational viewpoint to have, if we're not careful, it can lead us astray. We will be too inviting of others, we will be too forgiving, and that's where boundaries come in. I was just thinking about Christ and how powerful of an example that Christ is with their walk here on earth, and how they could be that humble, that loving, giving to others. And truly there for others, but then at the same time able to protect themselves, able to set boundaries, and without any frustration, without any trying to think of the right word, not anger, but anger, any negative feelings towards it. That is true mastery. I love that energy that I'm feeling right now. I could just bask in it. It's gorgeous. The divine's example through Jesus is beautiful. I'm really excited to read more of the Bible because I haven't read the Bible in a long time, since I started reading it with you guys, since I was a kid. It was part of the what I would call like religious abuse. It was like, yeah, it was used in a way to abuse me in my karmic situation, and so it's been and still is a journey of reconnecting with the Word of God, feeling safe in the Word of God, and reclaiming it as my own, as God's gift to everyone. No one owns it. No one has the right to use it for their own selfish gain, their own corrupt ways, to harm others. That's something that makes me upset. It's very disrespectful. But yes, that I'm very excited to be getting into that again. And I had some scripture I wanted to read, which I'll grab in a minute, if I don't forget. So we had codependency come out. Yeah, collective is removing any kind of codependency, any kind of addiction. I'm hearing for many, it can even be as small as just that slight addictive mentality of craving something better, feeling in lack because you're not going out and eating fast food, or you don't have the newest sneakers, or those kind of energies is what's really being weeded out right now. For some of the collective, that was ingrained within childhood wounding as well, replacing love with material things, addictions can also be a cover-up for trauma, difficult things that we've encountered in our lives, and I'm hearing that the collective is reaching a state of peace with this. And this is opening the collective up to truly embrace love at its full capacity and all that life offers, removing ourselves from the matrix, from those karmic influences, and replacing them with godly resources, I'm hearing. This is also leading me to think about short-term satisfaction versus long-term gain, which is what the collective has learned in order to welcome in their abundance. We've had to reestablish our foundation here because it was originally built on shaky ground. There were still things in the collective's lives that were of karmic nature, and this may have been a bit difficult to see because a lot of healing has gone on within the collective to heal their karma. Like we were mentioning, it's some of the deeper rooted patterns that were ingrained from childhood that needed to be those last ones to go. So this is freeing up our love life, our romantic life. I'm hearing that that was the last thing that needed to be healed in order for those of the collective that are in a twin flame relationship connection, in order for the two partners to heal and come out of this separation. That's exactly what I was just gonna say. That is what required, I'm hearing, this separation. Yeah, there was deception in the partners' individual lives. There were people that were wearing false masks that we're still in the collective and their partner's energy. I'm also hearing that's why the collective is being encouraged to leave this location behind them. Wow, we have healing family issues in the reverse. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. We have healed our family line. We have healed our karma. We have healed the generational patterns. And this is allowing for a brand new slate for our children, our children's children, to live a life of freedom, a life of peace. I'm hearing for many in the collective, there was a lot of deception, a lot of false self-masks being worn in the collective's family dynamics. Yeah, back of the deck. Spirit says, put in the work. We're right there. We are right there. We are on the way. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. One step at a time, Spirit says. Also hearing that we have taken all the steps needed and are currently taking all the steps needed in order to welcome in this love, in order for the two partners to come out of separation. We've put in the needed work, both partners have, and it's time to share in that. It's time to start building together. We've been doing a lot of independent work in order to clean the foundation for this relationship to be built on, so that it has a very solid foundation to build upon, so that there's no more karma, there's no more negative influence. Nothing can shake this relationship, so that it is able to flourish, I'm hearing. I'm hearing so that it's able to hit the ground running. So that nothing stops it, nothing gets in its way. Because that is what true love is like. I'm hearing so that the two will be able to fall in love effortlessly and naturally, with no reservation, nothing holding them back. This is what we have manifested. This is what we have worked hard for. Spirit's ready to gift that to us. But Spirit is also encouraging us that we must continue to take those steps until we're there, until we are right there. Yeah. Many in the collective have been working on becoming a leader in the material realm. Working on finances, working on stability. Others in the collective, other partners have been working on their capacity to love, healing the heart, weeding out the people who are undeserving of that love. That is, I'm hearing for many, the feminine partners are healing their masculine energy, that energy of creating a stable, solid foundation. And many of the masculines, no matter how you resonate or identify gender-wise or orientation-wise, the masculines are healing their divine feminine energy, their capacity to love, their ability to select who is and isn't worthy of that love. Yeah, I also had the King of Swords pop out. So, cutting those people out that don't deserve to be there. Seeking the truth from the divine, from the clarity of the divine that the divine gives them. So, yeah, I am gonna end it there. Just one more, because it popped out and I can't stop thinking about it. We have running. Number 12, running. This has to do with time. And we were mentioning hit the ground running. Using that fast-paced energy as momentum. Action, get going. Advice, move now and ask questions later. Things will reveal themselves in time once you just do. Then you won't have any questions, I'm hearing. It is time for energy, motion, and action. You have waited long enough. You have what is required for the long-distance sprint. Leap into action before it is too late. Employ muscle, mind, and matter in your commitment. I'm hearing that it is necessary to get out and away from these negative energies because they are influencing, even just by being in the same environment as them, our manifestations. Doubt will only weigh you down and pull you back to the starting line. Keep your eye on the prize. Keep your attention aligned with your innate desire to hone in on your destination. Yeah, tunnel vision, I'm hearing, is very necessary during this time. Nothing can distract us. Focusing on the light, focusing on Spirit's guidance, the light at the end of the tunnel. Our dream, our goals, that dream life, that's what we're supposed to focus on. Trust that your body will take you where you need to go. Use all the resources at your disposal to get where you need to go. May the wind be at your back and the cats forever in your favor. Yeah, flowing with the wind is what we're talking about. That reminds me, the song Colors of the Wind popped in my head from Pocahontas. I love that movie. I have Native American ancestry, and that movie always resonated with me a lot as a kid. Just her energy, and can you paint with all the colors of the wind? Wow, yeah, that's relating to that. Use all of the resources at your disposal to flow with the wind. I wish I could remember all the lyrics. Have you ever heard the wolf cry to the blue horn moon, or ask the grinning bobcat why he grinned? Can you sing with all the voices of a mountain? Can you paint with all the colors of the wind? Yeah, a really empowering song, encouraging you to tap into your instincts, tap into the primordial body, I think that's called, your connection to nature, your connection to all that is. Also, you may have Egyptian ancestry. This is a very Egyptian themed card, and lots of gold. Many of you may have a golden aura. You have this glow. It reminds me of sun coming from behind a mountain. So, this is the dawn of a new era. Now I'm hearing High School Musical. This could be the start of something new. Feels so right to be here with you. Oh, now looking in your eyes, feeling my heart. The start of something new. Who'd have ever thought that we'd both be here tonight? Looks so much brighter with you by my side. I'm hearing for those in a twin flame connection, each partner is a guiding light to the other. Helps each partner see a beautiful, bright, new perspective on the world. Helps each other find hope, learn to love again. see the love of the divine. Sorry, I know I said it was going to end, but I'm being called to pull from the Heart and Soul deck. This is gorgeous. Talking of twin flames, we have 2 trees. This is so sweet. As the seasons of life transition, remember your life and all your experiences are driven by the invisible wheels of love. Life is an eternal ocean, and death and rebirth are the rising and falling of the same wave. Whoa. Attached to every ending is a new beginning. I'm going to end it there. Spirit is encouraging us to not fear the ending. Because the minute we allow this ending is when we also allow for the new beginning. It's going to be met on the other side of that door that we pass through, on that other side of the portal that we enter. The closer we get, the more fearful it may be, the more anticipation we may feel. But the second, that's all we're fearing, is that second of going through the door. And it's all brighter. It's all brighter from there. That's what makes it so challenging, is leaps of faith is the unknown, the situations that you may be in that it's like I can't figure out how to word that, but it's like, feels like you're outnumbered. It feels like there's no hope, there's no chance, there's everything is at a loss, everything is working against you. But that's the true test of faith, is even in those moments, realizing Spirit is working for us. We ourselves are working for us. That's actually all we need. Things can change in an instant with faith and faith alone. Our physical circumstances are so temporary and are very much an illusion to lead us into feeling stuck in one place, to make us feel limited and that we don't have the capacity to change or step out on faith. But the minute that we do, is when we receive our new beginning. Remember, your life and all your experiences are driven by the invisible wheels of love. They may not be apparent at this very moment, but that is what is powering the chariot. That's the key. That's the fuel. Love. So I'm getting the imagery of if your chariot does not feel like it's moving, lean into love. Go out on faith alone. Trust in the divine's love for you. The divine knows that you deserve this. The divine knows that you have put in the work. Now let them bless you. Okay, I'm gonna end it there. This has been a really fun reading. Thank you guys for joining me tonight, and I hope you all have a blessed next few days. I'm going to try and do more readings. I needed to take a little break, so I took a little break for myself to recharge, get my mind straightened out. So, feeling lots better, and I'm excited to make some more collective readings for you guys in the next few days. So, I look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care. Bye, soul family.